It's that time once again. Time to check in with our friends from Blush Exotic, 9th Street downtown. BlushExotic.com is the website. And joining me in studio, first time in studio here in Trip Live Radio.
Woo.
First time in Pittsburgh. First time feature at Blush Exotic, Raven Bay.
Hi.
Joining me. Now, remember what I tell you. Every time we're here, we're in studio, we have guests here. I always tell you, they always bring out the best at Blush Exotic. And Raven Bay, if you haven't heard the name yet, I'm going to explain to you why this continues forward. Because I was just sitting here talking with her off air here before we got started, and I was trying to get a grasp of everything she's been up to. And I was asking her about the awards that she's won. She's been nominated for 2 in this year's cycle. She's won some before, but I want you to explain to everybody the 2 that you've been nominated for this year. So she's been XBiz and AVN. So you've been for 2 different publications here. But I want you to break it all down for the people here.
Okay, so XBiz is January 16th, and I am nominated for Best Couples Sexting for Striker, which is the Archer parody for Digital Playground, which, of course, I played Lana. So I had a bunch of knives, and I had to be in the woods and climbing, and I ruined my Prada shoes. I was so pissed.
Was there a Danger Zone reference?
No.
Oh, you can't have an Archer parody without a Danger Zone reference. That shows you I'm an Archer fan, by the way, but we'll leave that alone. What was it like? How is it working on a parody as opposed to doing something an original project?
I actually got thrown on last minute, so I had 60 pages of dialogue that I had to learn literally. Just go with the flow, and it was very stressful. Wow. So I had to go home and do my homework and, review the character, and it turned out good eventually, a couple of days later after I finally got the feel for it. And
you got to carry throwing knives and wear Prada shoes, so you can't argue with that, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, what's the other award you've been nominated for?
For AVN Awards, I'm nominated for Best Website for RavenBayXXX.com.
That's your cue to go check out RavenBayXXX.com after you're done checking this out. That's what you do. Now, with everything you're doing, of course, you're doing film work. You're running your website here. You're feature dancing. You must be all over the place. Do you sleep is my next question. What are you doing with your time?
No, I have insomnia. I'm really bad with sleeping, but I try to sleep as much as possible. I take naps and stuff, but I usually sleep when I have someone to cuddle with. So come cuddle with me.
Which is a perfect opportunity to remind you that she's here all week at Blush Exotic, 9th Street downtown. Now, you just got to town yesterday, of course, so last night was your first show. At Blush Exotic, and I got to ask this question. This is my favorite question to ask. Anytime we have a first-time visitor, I love to ask what your first impressions of the club were at Blush Exotic.
My first impression was the decorations, because I'm a decoration girl, because I redid my whole apartment, very classy, and, it's so hot in there, the fluffy pillows, the diamond, what are they called? Those things you put your feet on? You know what I'm talking about? Footrest. There you go. We can call it that.
Wait. You get diamond footrests?
They have them. Well, it's not. You put all your magazines and your DVDs on it, but it's definitely a footrest. Or it could go in the front of your bed.
But it has diamonds?
It has little diamonds on it. Yeah.
Wow. That I've never heard before.
Z Gallery, baby.
Wow. Now, I have to ask this question because I hear this all the time. Did you get your box of chocolate from Albert?
Yes, I did. And I just posted a Snapchat with both the pretzels on my boobs, right over my nipples. I did. I posted on Twitter and my Snapchat. I was dying laughing because I'm the biggest chocolate head ever. So.
I'm sure Albert loved that.
When I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, right?
Now I have to explain this to people. If you've never met Albert, the owner of Blush, that's him in a nutshell. Everything he does, first class. He takes care.
So sweet.
Takes care of his guests.
Amazing.
He takes care of his features. That's just him in a nutshell. And how much have you gotten to interact with him since you've been in town?
I met him once, and he's super sweet. And then I got a little letter from him and his wife saying welcome. That definitely hits home because you want to feel comfortable where you're dancing at all times. So they definitely made me feel comfortable.
See, now, when I tell people that everything at Blush Exotic is first class, it sounds like it's coming off as it might be a little bit disingenuous because that's, it's kind of my job to tell you how great it is there. But when you have a feature that's been here all of one day, all of 24 hours, and she's telling you that everything at Blush Exotic is first class. It goes a little bit further than what I tell you, so take her word for it, definitely. Now, how much of the building have you gotten to see? Because I try to tell people this. It's like a big adult playground for me. There's different
It
floors.
really
How much have you
is.
seen so far?
I saw the first floor. How many floors is there? I saw the first and the second floor.
6 floors?
There's what?
Am
Yeah,
I
I
right,
saw
Brian?
the
6
second
floors?
floor, and then the dressing room and stuff. But it's really nice. Like the rules are great because it's like they keep you, very comfortable, and they don't want any dissatisfaction from like guys that are there, whatever. So it's like touching minimal. I love it. Like it's great.
Now, to point out, the second floor is the VIP area, and of course, in between shows, when Raven Bay's on stage, you can come hang out with her in the VIP area.
Yes.
Got some. Do you bring merch for everybody to sign, things like that?
I got DVDs, pictures. You can take pictures with me. Get lap dances.
You're running out of reasons not to do this. Seriously,
I give a good lap dance.
Who argues with that? I mean, I have no comeback for that. That's fantastic. Now, there's a question I got to ask you because I read this somewhere and I had to verify this with you. From what I hear, you're Jamaican, Italian, Scottish. Am I leaving anything out?
No, that's it.
How you wrap up that many flavors into one package?
Actually, my mom is Jamaican and Scottish, and then she got that from my grandmother and my grandfather, obviously. And my grandmother was in Playboy in the 60s, so she was traveling with Hef, and
Wow.
that's how she met my grandfather, because he was a pianist in Jamaica. So they had my mom, and then my mom had me. So
No, wait a minute. Wait. Your grandmother worked for Playboy.
yep,
And traveled with Hugh Hefner, and your grandfather was a pianist?
he was a famous pianist in Jamaica.
Is there anything about you that hasn't scanned like the entire spectrum? You are, I have to admit, you're an enigma right now. I've never seen this much swirled in to create like
It's
one
pretty
individual
cool.
entity.
I mean, I Googled him the other day because I never actually met him because he died when my mom was 11. But the stuff that comes up is so crazy. Like, he worked with Bob Marley. He started the jazz movement.
Wow.
Yeah, so his name is Cecil. I don't want to say the last name because we have the same last name.
Fair enough.
But,
Fair enough.
yeah, it was amazing.
Unbelievable. Raven Bay joining me right here on Triple Live Radio. Josh Taylor here with you in studio. Now, there's a bunch of stuff I want to get to as far as, what you've been doing and what we can expect from you. But I'll ask you this question. What is a Raven Bay show like on stage? What's the experience like for the fans out there?
A typical show, usually I like to bring guys up on stage, but here I can't because it's a little bit more conservative.
Fair enough.
Which is great. But I just dance around. I interact with the crowd. I like to do a lot of eye contact, Most of the time I like to bring the guys upstairs and just, do one-on-ones as far as lap dances because it's good to interact with fans. And I think there was a guy yesterday that was there for like 4 hours or something. It was really sweet. I was like, "You're here for 4 hours." He's
And
like,
no, it wasn't me.
Yeah, I wanted to see.
It was not me.
That
That's
stuff
something you
makes
were
me
asking
so
that question.
happy. It makes me feel good for what I do. It makes me, everything worth it.
Now, how are you as far as like I know certain girls like certain costumes or like music, they like it like down to the T. They have it strategically planned out. How do you do
Yes.
yours?
I definitely like hip hop, rap music because I grew up with that. I'm from Florida, Tampa Bay, Raven Bay. But I mean, I'm trying to change it up a little bit. I like to do like Cleopatra, Schoolgirl. What else do I have? I have a devil outfit. I have a cowgirl outfit. I was going to say cowboy. Cowgirl outfit. I have a couple of hidden ones. Secret.
This is the last one I'll ask you because you're from Florida and you're a hip hop fan. You tell me which ones you'd pick. Trick Daddy, Flo Rida, Luke. If you had to rank them 1 through 3. Being a Florida girl.
Oh
Tell
my
the truth.
gosh. Can I where's Gucci at?
What for Gucci in there? Rank them 1 through 4.
Okay, Gucci. Trick. And then who else was there?
Luke and Flo Rida.
Oh, Florida and Luke.
What, Luke number 4?
Yeah.
Maybe that's because you live in Tampa. You wouldn't get away with that in Miami.
I don't really listen to that.
Luke
I
is,
don't.
Luke is for like an older audience though. Luke kind of came out. He was more
Yeah.
80s, 90s. You know, at least Trek is more 2000s.
I like Plies.
Plies too. Yeah.
See,
Miss
you're
Becky.
You're missing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Miss Becky. Running
Yep.
on the plug. Got to throw the Plies in there.
Mm-hmm.
Raven Bay. One of Florida's finest, as you can tell, because she's a fan of Florida hip
Thank
hop.
you.
She's in town all week. Blush
Southern
Exotic.
rap all day.
Southern rap all day. What's the Twitter handle? Let them know they can find you on Twitter.
Raven Bay XXX. My Snapchat is Raven Bay XXX. Instagram Raven Bay XO. Website ravenbayxxx.com. And that's it.
And the next few nights, 2 shows a night. Blush Exotic, 9th Street downtown. Be sure to check her out. It's worth it.
Yeah.
You just heard a bunch of reasons why. Raven Bay,
Don't
Josh
miss me.
Taylor. See, told you. Triple
Don't
Live
miss
Radio.
it.